So this is just like, again, just another fun. I watch a lot of these, of a fun series with one of the fun concepts of like a person supposedly, I think, reincarnating or something like that. You don't really know what his background is, you just know that he has something. And it's just fun to sort of like have this sort of look. It's fun and interesting, and this, like, the characters are just really interesting. Especially since sort of like father, obviously if I'm looking at this way, it's because I'm just downloading, is just fun and just overall just an absolute blast to have with other characters. But besides that, I don't think I can say anything else specifically about it, but it's just fun. So yeah, actually, it's just worth watching.
Did you just refer to a knife as a people opener? Should I not have?
Hey kitty, how you doing?
Meow.
You know why a blue whale is called a blue whale? It's because it's a whale that is blue. Send this to someone because, whale.
Unlikely chat-up lines.
Your father must have been a thief, and I'm gonna catch him if it's the last thing I do. Your father's got a present.
You know why a snow leopard's called a snow leopard? It's because it's a leopard that lives in the snow. Send this to someone because, snow leopard. You know why a tree frog is called a tree frog? It's because it's a frog that lives in a tree. Send this to someone because, because.
It wasn't for touching kids, was it?
Oh, man, come on, man.
What? I gotta...
Okay, make sure it's on low.
Everybody scream!
So another one. Yeah. Another one of this, which besides one, I had mostly different, and I think I've got all of them because I think there's different categories. Sci-fi, which I've got 2, which include RoboCop and Planet of the Apes. Drama, which would be the only one I have is Stand By Me. Horror, which is The Exorcist. Comedy, which is Sister Act. And action, which is Skyfall. I don't think there's another one. I might be wrong. I've got another duplicate. I'm just going to say the genre because that doesn't narrow down. There's a lot of horror, which helps because I have not watched this movie. I'm just going to say it because I don't think I can... If you can think of something, I haven't seen this movie, so... I'm just going to hold it because suspense. And yeah, I can't give you anything because I don't know anything about the movie. And the movie I'm thinking about is, I think, Wrong. Which would be like, going down there. This might be wrong. Ring. And like, I think you've been the right one, right? I haven't seen the whole movie of that. I've just seen clips of it, which I know, which I think is wrong. Anyway. I don't know why, but I keep getting... Oh, wait, let me just switch these two. No, I don't go any further. Oh, wait, no, I think the pink one's in the right position. Let me just switch these two. Oh, let me switch these two. Oh, no. So I think it's these two. I want to see if I could do better than... Let's see. I keep getting Has-Been Hotels on this, which is fine. Oh, wait, no, one of them's right. So let's just switch these two. No, that's nothing. So I think the green one's definitely right. Oh, wait. If I do this. Oh, no, that's less. That's also less. Oh, I was so... Okay, so black should have gone there. Okay. Let's do... Put the... No. Okay, let's go blue to there. No. Ooh, that's right. Ooh, 2. Let's switch these 2 around. No, that's right. Okay, black's right. And let's switch these 2. Are you... Ah, yeah. This is actually quite... Okay, so red to blue switches, gets 2. I mean, do these 2. Gets 1 higher. Let's switch these 2. A little bit higher. I mean, blue, lower. So... I think black's right, so if I switch these black, that's 3. So let's switch this and then switch this. So pink's right, so black's not. If you get into certain ways of thinking, you can do it, but it is hard. And I got worse. I did 7 at first, so yeah. Even though this is most likely going to be one of the last ones I upload, I couldn't find my jacket, so we're getting this one for today, which is a bit more. So yeah, this is the jacket, just because. So yeah.
There are 10 million particles in the universe that we can observe. Your mama took the ugly ones and put them into one nerve. You wanna bring the heat with the mushroom clouds you're making? I'm about to pick raps from scratch like Carl Sagan. And while it's true that my work is based on you, I'm a supercomputer, you're like a TI-82. Ooh.
Who are you?
Oh, you know who I am. I'm Missy.
Who's Missy?
Please try to keep up. Short for mistress. Well, couldn't very well keep calling myself the master. Now, could I?
I always get sad because I get to remember that right here. This was one of my sort of like earliest memories at Fort Park, I think, which is this. It's just one thing that I think is like really fun. It's just like that was one of the funnest rides that I went on, and like when like at a certain point I realized, oh, I can't do that. I was like sad because that was one of the funnest sort of like water rides. Obviously you have the one that still exists nowadays, but I like the idea of like you move forward, you go to smaller ones, and then it gets bigger and bigger, and it was just a fun experience. But yeah, I am excited for the new ride though, but I am sad that Locust Leap isn't there because it was so nice. And I definitely just like being in the wooden barrel. I don't know why it was fun.
Is there a problem, officer? Kid, you were speeding! Wait, really? Can I see your driver's license, please? I'd give it to you, but I don't have one. What? Yeah, I'm only 12. Huh? Where are the vehicle registration papers? Sorry, I can't give them to you. Why? I stole this car. Huh? And please don't tell anyone, but I murdered the owner. You... His body's in the trunk. Yeah, I need backup ASAP. Kid, can you please step out the vehicle? Is there a problem, sir? My officer told me that you stole this car and murdered the owner. Murdered the owner? Yeah. Now can you please open the trunk? Sure. It's open. There was no body in there. Is this your car? Yeah, here are the registration papers, and here's my ID. 25 years old, 26 on 11/11. Happy early birthday. Aw, thanks. My officer told me that you're 12, stole this car, and murdered the owner. I can't believe he lied to me. Yeah, I bet you that liar told you I was speeding, too. Is there a problem, officer? Kid, you were speeding! Wait, really? Can I see your driver's license, please? I'd give it to you, but I don't have one. What? Yeah, I'm only 12. Huh? Where are the vehicle registration papers? Sorry, I can't give them to you. Why? I stole this car. Huh? And please don't tell anyone, but I murdered the owner. You... His body's in the trunk. Yeah, I need backup ASAP. Kid, can you please about the vehicle? Is there a problem, sir? My officer told me that you stole this car and murdered the owner. Murdered the owner? Yeah. Now can you please open the trunk? Sure. It's open. There was no body in there. Is this your car? Yeah, here are the registration papers, and here's my ID. 25 years old, 26 on 11/11. Happy early birthday. Aw, thanks. My officer told me that you're 12, stole this car, and murdered the owner. I can't believe he lied to me. Yeah, I bet you that liar told you I was speeding, too.
You may own my soul, but I ain't your fucking pet.
But you are.
Big talk for someone who's also on a leash.
What did you say?
You've been going wild, and it's not like anybody knows why.
They don't need to know.
I guess that's why Charlie called it the Has-Been Hotel.
It was actually my idea.
Well, it's not very clever.
Fuck you.
This is why I give props and respect to Zach King. Because editing and how he shoots his videos are impressive and magical.
Alright, time for bed.
Why hasn't that person spoken to you in a while? Is it because they hate you? Maybe everybody's saying bad things about you, and maybe they're trying to cancel you for something you didn't say or do. And what if a nuclear bomb goes off and you don't have enough food or water or weapons? And do you have a contingency plan? And do you have enough money for anything you might need? And maybe you should be working instead of sleeping. And are you hungry? Because if you're hungry, maybe you should eat something. But maybe eating this close to bed will mess with your sleep. And maybe you should eat less. And what if all this anxiety gives you cancer? And what would people say about you if you died? And maybe you should have a nightcap, or maybe you shouldn't, because that would make you an alcoholic. And when was the last time you went to a doctor? And maybe you're already dying, and maybe you should look up your symptoms on WebMD. And how close are we to The Handmaid's Tale?
And the rule is this: if a guy doesn't call you, he doesn't want to call you. So trust me when I say, if a guy is treating you like he doesn't give a shit, he genuinely doesn't give a shit. No exceptions.
But what if I'm the exception?
No, you're not. You're not at all. In fact, you're the rule.
I have fallen in love with humanity. This world is the ultimate playground. All of the sport, the matches, the medals, the gambling and the anger, and the children shackled to their bedrooms with their joysticks and their buttons. You make games out of bricks falling upon other bricks. You are exceptional. And then there are the mind games. Oh, the dating and ghosting, the deceit and the control. You make me dizzy. I am in no hurry to leave this place.
Had to re-record because I'm out of time and I realised I probably need more time. So, haven't done this in a while. The last film was Sister Act, and I accidentally recorded, but then I needed to do something, so I stopped. But it doesn't matter because it's not going to be in this one. So, new film. The action that I did was... Okay, now one word. Because there's a lot of quotes, but that's too... It might make you think of other things, so I don't want to use those quotes. Shot. I think I'll be using the word for. I can't get a quote. I got a quote, but it's not for this one specifically. I'm gonna use it because it's the only thing I've got, which is like, the name's Bond. James Bond. So I don't know if you're gonna get which one. You know what I mean? Whereas like it might not be specifically to this one with that quote, but you know. There you go. There's a challenge for you. Try and figure out which specific one I'm talking about. There you go.
Any zombies out there? Don't say that. What? That? What? That? The Z word. Don't say it. Why not? Because it's ridiculous. All right.
Okay, I see this, and I want to just see what it looks like. Oh no. Okay, let's see. This just looks interesting, and I've heard psychology say that like this doesn't actually prove anything. Okay. I love the idea that you could do this. Oh yeah, I saved everyone. Alright, can I just do welcome to me being a monster? Does it do a different one? All people were lost. No life saved of how it should be in the world. This is natural selection. You were the one standing on the railroad.
Oh no! There's Melanie. That's a shame, she was really nice.
What did I just find? I found this, and I just wanted to stitch this, just to be like, what is this? This is hilarious and weird. So, a bit of an update, and this is going to be the last video. I just wanted to do the other stuff and then do the update first because it's kind of a bit confusing. So, yesterday, so one of these days, yesterday I didn't record, if I am correct. No. I did. Sunday I didn't record, so I was No, I'm going to keep on with this. If I'm correct, I have skipped one of the days. I don't know what it is, but that's what I'm trying to. But I skipped 2 days yesterday, so I need to catch up. But today I've got a couple of things on tomorrow, and I want a bit of a rest. So I'm recording sort of 10 videos. The only thing is, yesterday, which I did record, because I think I didn't record on, Tuesday. Yesterday, I actually recorded sort of 2 reviews when I was supposed to do 1 because I thought on another day I didn't do 1 and it's confusing. Besides the point. So for today, I'm recording 9 videos. Friday, I'll record 15. Saturday, I'll record 15. And then Sunday, I'll go back to 10. So yeah, mini update.
I'm pretty sure you're telling me about your new job. I'm not absorbing anything. Smile and nod. I'm thinking about ladders. If I tell you, is that hard? Is it my turn to talk? You're looking at me. Oh God. Focus, focus. Penguin in a costume. How many Draculas are hiding in this room? Marlon Brando was so very handsome in his prime. I'd make an awesome cop if I could stop committing crimes. I don't know what we're talking about. I am totally lost. I don't know what we're talking about. Where am I? I don't know what we're talking about. And I haven't for a while. The boy's gonna have to go back to night school. Am I the only one who cares about this? And I don't know what we're talking.
Nothing bad happened? You didn't wreck it? You didn't hit anybody? You didn't run anybody over? You didn't get a speeding ticket? Wait, Jeffy? Why are you making that face? Jeffy, did you get a speeding ticket? Jeffy?
I'm an excellent secret keeper. I have kept all of our secrets.
What secrets?
Oh, no, Joey. I'm not going to tell you because I am an excellent secret keeper.
You tell me later.
You already know.
Looks like you could use some help from the big boss of hell himself. Check out Daddy's glowing reviews on Yelp. 5-star flawless, really great. With a punch of a pentagram, a whack bam boom, I like Kazam. Usually I charge a sacrificial lamb, but you get the family rate. Thanks, Dad. Who needs a busboy now that you've got the chef? Michelin tasting menu free, a la carte. I'll rig the game for you because I'm the ref. Champagne fountains, caviar mountains, that's just a start.
Who's been here since day one? Who's been faithful as a nun? Makes you chuckle with an old-timey pun. Your executive
hit in radio. We pivoted to video. Now his medium is getting bloody rare. Hell's been better since he split. Where's he been? Who gives a shit?
Salutations! Good to be back. Is Lux as strong as he purports, or is it based on his support? He'd be powerless without the other bees.
Oh, please!
And here's the sugar on the cream. He asked me to join his team. I said no, and now he's busy. That's the team.
You old tiny prick! I'll show you suffering!
Oh, the TV is buffering.
I'll destroy you!
I'm afraid you've lost your signal. Let's begin. I'm gonna make you wish that I'd stayed gone. Tune on in when I'm done. Your status quo will know its race is run. Oh, this will be fun.
Looks like you could use some help from the big boss of hell himself. Check out Daddy's glowing reviews on Yelp. 5-star flawless, really great. With a punch of a pentagram, a whap bam boom, I like Kazam. Usually I charge.
One of the 3 most disgusting things in the world!
Aside from you, what are the other disgusting things?
I found these nuts in your bag. I figured you wouldn't mind. And besides, even if you did, you're too much of a to do anything about it.
Take that pile of filth out with you.
Have it.
You shouldn't talk about Squidward like that.
Oops. Sorry, Dad.
Oh, don't worry about it, Timmy. My dreams were shattered years ago.
How many years ago?
How old are you?
So I know I'm not going to do this, and I know this doesn't feel right because technically you should glow these two, but because it's just glowing 2 buttons, I don't feel like making 2 separate images because here's another 2 seasons. But this is going to be a bit longer than the last one, which is just 1 minute. So I'm doing... Yeah, I'm also uploading this while I'm doing this. So what do I think about this? Season 2, I thought was like really interesting as an idea. Just because of like what it was just insane. Bringing back sort of like Sherlock's brother and having that be sort of like a mystery was, I think, one of the more funner ideas in all of it. And having that constant looming over it all was like, ooh, what's actually going on? What is the story? What is going on in this area? And why is it interesting to us? And I'm like, and yeah, I just realized that I need to reload it. So I just find it absolutely interesting and how they bring.
I'm doing 2 reviews today.
It's interesting as a concept. I'll just turn the sound off. I don't know why I've just done that at the beginning. I find it so fun and so interesting. And when we get into season 3, you get Kitty, which leaves halfway through, which I'm sad. That is the one thing that I was like, I wanted more Kitty, but I understand, and I like the idea of like sort of like season 3B is just a fun idea. And overall, I'm like, yeah, this is definitely really interesting as a concept, as an idea. And it is definitely fun. And when you get that alongside the storyline with... what was it? The storyline sort of is dealing with... not... The storyline dealing with sort of like the mystery of like this person and who like who Kitty is, and it's like because for the beginning of it, and then when you go to the next season 3B, you're dealing with this new thing of this sort of like new character, not as a villain at first, because like it's a bit interesting, and definitely we're dealing with a case that's like, oh, you're the killer, Sherlock. I'm like, and that idea and that whole episode I thought was fun, but how it ended was absolutely, you don't have this masterful tactician that's playing several moves ahead. You don't get that. You just get a guy who is doing this. And it is just interesting how instead of it being like this big like villain, it's just a person. And that I do like. Just that simplicity of like, it's not a big bad, it's just a guy. And I think that's an interesting idea as a concept. Just one guy. So it's absolutely worth watching. So I've recently watched The Artful Dodger, and it's fun. It's really interesting. And at first I watched The Artful Dodger, I'm like, ooh, someone who's sneaky, and obviously it is, but I didn't connect it to Oliver until it was like, oh, what about Oliver? I'm like, oh wait, is this sort of like a sequel? I don't know if it's like the same story or if it's a new story, that I don't know. But this is a really fun series with just really interesting characters overall. And I think overall it's just really fun. Definitely it will look into surgery around about the Victorian times, because that is like, okay, it's bad, but it's absolutely fun. And I don't know if this is the same person who was in the original Oliver, actor-wise, but yeah, he's really good and just really charismatic in his role. And I think this is just absolutely 100% so fun to watch. So I'm doing 2 reviews today. I'm doing 2 reviews, I'm actually going to count this as 2 reviews, because why not? I know I didn't review yesterday, but I will just do 2 reviews tomorrow. I'm being contradictory, absolutely. But yeah, this is just okay. I heard it was going to be like build up, like it's going to be like, because I recently watched someone review Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, or more specifically Scott Pilgrim, like, backs off. I don't know what it was, I forgot the name of the title. I remember the show, and especially the fight scene, but like Scott Pilgrim like flies off or something like that. But like the show was so fun, and it was like, oh, it's like that, and it's like it doesn't use He-Man or the Master of the Universe. It uses like another character. I'm like, ooh, that's interesting. And then I'm like, maybe I'm not really interested, because I know there was another series I was like somewhat interested in, and I tried rewatching it and I couldn't. So like, it's okay. Season 1, Season 2, it's insane. It's really interesting, but it's okay.
Every bitch can't be your son. Nikki, I didn't mean. How could you say that to the Nicki Minaj?
Is Vox as strong as he purports, or is it based on his support? He'd be powerless without the other bees. Oh, please! And here's the sugar on the cream. He asked me to join his team. I said no, and now he's busy. That's the tea.
You old-timey prick! I'll show you suffering!
Uh-oh, the TV is buffering.
I'll destroy you!
I'm afraid you've lost your signal. Let's begin. I'm gonna make you wish that I'd stayed gone. Tune on in when I'm done. Your status quo will know its race is run. Oh, this will be fun.
Looks like you could use some help from the big boss of hell himself. Check out Daddy's glowing reviews on Yelp. 5-star flawless, really great. With the punch of a pentagram, a whap bam boom, a la Kazam. Usually I charge a sacrificial lamb, but you get the family rate. Thanks, Dad. Who needs a busboy now that you've got the chef? Michelin tasting menu free, a la carte. I'll rig the game for you because I'm the ref. Champagne fountains, caviar mountains, that's just a start.
Who's been here since day one? Who's been faithful as a nun? Makes you chuckle with an old-timey pun. Your executive producer. That's true. I'm your guy, your day-to-day, your chum, your steadfast hotelier. Remember when I fixed that corn today?
I was stunned to thank you, sir. Thank you.
I'm truly honored that we built such a bond.
Aww.
You're like the child that I wish that I had.
What?
I care for you just like.
Should've stayed away while he hid in radio. We pivoted to video. Now his medium is getting bloody rare. Hell's been better since he split. Where's he been? Who gives a shit?
Salutations. Good to be back.
They stole our kids. I mean, who does that? Have you ever stolen anyone's children? Huh? Have you? I mean, you look like you would. They stole our kids. I mean, who does that? Have you ever stolen anyone's children? Huh? Have you? I mean, you look like you would.
I'm pretty sure you're telling me about your new job. I'm not absorbing anything. Smile and nod. I'm thinking about ladders. If I tell you, is that hard? Is it my turn to talk? You're looking at me. Oh God! Focus, focus. Penguin in a costume. How many Draculas are hiding in this room? Marlon Brando was so very handsome in his prime. I'd make an awesome cop if I could stop committing crime. I don't know what we're talking about. I am totally lost. I don't know what we're talking about. Where am I? I don't know what we're talking about, and I haven't for a while. The boy's gonna have to go back to night school. Am I the only one who cares about this? And I don't know what we're talking.
You may own my soul, but I ain't your fucking pet.
But you are.
Big talk for someone who's also on a leash.
What did you say?
You've been going wild, and it's not like anybody knows why.
They don't need to know.
I guess that's why Charlie called it the Has-Been Hotel.
It was actually my idea.
Well, it's not very clever.
Fuck you.
We are sending the first rat to the moon, boys.
I'm going to show you how to put this meatloaf in the oven in just 30 short minutes. I've burnt my entire house to the ground.
My wife died because of you. Good. I swore if I ever saw you again, I'd kill you.
And yet, you fooled her. You are no warrior.
No. I'm the better man.
Too strong. Don't diss me, Granddad, ever. Shot him.
Yeah, but just the foot. Just in the foot, just to shut him up. Don't tell the doc, she'll be livid. What do we do now?
Well, if you must know, I'm actually a princess of House Nightstar, and I'm married to a Tarask named Jonathan. Anything else you'd like to know?
Look, I said what I said, okay? I would like the crab ravioli. I would not like the crab to be in that crab ravioli, so I would like the crab ravioli without the crab.
People keep going to Christmas trees up still, but I really know that some people
On some dark notes, roundabout, if I'm correct, on the 27th, I can no longer say the Christmas tree's up because I burnt it. So I know people are going to point out this, and it's like, oh, did he get a stopwatch? No. It's blood. I shaved badly, so that's going to be there for a bit. But yeah, I'm not gonna break it up. But this, Wizard of Oz. Yeah, blockbuster. I keep doing this. I'm getting no one guessing. And I'm not gonna get anyone guessing this one because they're gonna not know it because neither do I. and people might know this. Nuns and I need to think of a quote. I'm just going to do Our Father and hope that's a quote. I might be wrong because that's the best I can do. So this is important. So I'm making a document, and later on I'm going to do a thing where I'm going to show it off. I'm going to show off like the notes. But I had to redo my notes because I had too much stuff in my Google Drive, so I had to cut it down. Hence why I re-uploaded the 2023 thing, but just split it into 2 parts because I'm like, that's the best I can do. So I'm doing that, and I deleted all my notes. So remember, if you're deleting something, remember to know what you're deleting, or you're rewatching 4 videos for the clue packages to write down all the notes. And I'm still not done because I accidentally forgot to type in the true or false for Eiffel Tower. So I need to go back.
What is that one song that everybody knows from only hearing the first word? Ready? Somebody that I used to know.